There's one thing that can't get talked about enough when we're talking about the use of evidence, and that's citing. Obviously, we've all heard the importance of citing sources to give them credit for their ideas, and that's absolutely true. Citing is necessary to give credit to the source that provided the information. But there's another really important reason why we cite, and that's because the citation actually strengthens our argument. If you've ever heard someone who forgot to cite a source when they were trying to make an argument, and it is just left with the appearance that they were all their ideas, you usually get left with the feeling that, wow, that wasn't as strong as it could be. It seems like it's just this person's opinion. That's not going to persuade me. So when we're talking about citing, cite, we do that, yes, to give this source credit, and they deserve that credit. And we certainly don't want to pass off the information as our own, but we also do that to strengthen our argument. We need to be able to mention the source for each individual piece of information that came from somewhere else besides our own mind. And it goes back to that distinction between claim and evidence. We know that the claim is something that we've come up with, it's our assessment, and we know that the evidence is something that came from somewhere else that supports our claim. So that means that anything that comes from somewhere else is a piece of evidence, and as a result, we need to be able to cite that. One, because it gives the source credit for the information, and two, because we really crave that when it comes to looking for strong arguments. If the citation isn't there, and it just seems like it's the speaker's own idea and everything comes from their own mind, then it's not going to be as strong as it could be. The way we cite is to give what's called an oral footnote. And the oral footnote is basically the verbal equivalent of a written citation. So if we wanted to cite a news article, for example, we might say, according to a 2013 article from the AP, and then we go into whatever that information is. It's the same thing with our written citation, except we're obviously making it in a verbal way. We want to be able to identify the source, we want to be able to identify the year, and we want to be able to connect that with the information that we're going to deliver next. But the key thing to remember is, if it comes from some other source, cite. I can't emphasize that enough.